Class of 3000 was an American cartoon broadcasted on Cartoon Network from 2006 through 2008 for 2 seasons. Before broadcasting, the series had plenty of promotion and anticipation on the channel due to the main creative force behind the cartoon, the American rapper Andre 3000. The show's concept and plot had a musician who was well known in the fictional cartoon, who is an alias of Andre 3000, even voicing the character, which is Sonny Bridges, being the idol of one of the characters in the cartoon, Little D, an aspiring musician, as through events and episodes in the cartoon teaches musical lessons to a group of students in a small city school in the US state of Georgia. Though the cartoon had mixed reactions from critics and viewers, there was enough of a demographic base for possibly more episodes of the cartoon, but the series was abruptly cancelled after just 28 episodes, and eventually with all references to it removed from Cartoon Network's main website in January of 2010, as there was no other references or discussion about it from Cartoon Network officially. As around the time of the cancellation and shortly afterward, a few theories were being discussed and emerged for why the sudden cancellation of the show just as it was starting to gain interest with possible viewers. One of the main reasons is that in 2012, a man by the name of Timothy Mcgee filed a federal lawsuit against Cartoon Network and Andre 3000, who claimed that 15 years prior, he had made a pitch of a cartoon with a similar concept to Cartoon Network back in 1997. This proposed series would have been called the, quote, "The Music Factory of the 90s," end quote, in which a corporate attorney leaves his law firm to become a successful music producer. Set in Atlanta, Georgia, much like the Class of 3000, each episode would have had special guests being that of literal musicians, each integrated into that set episode's storyline and plot to teach lessons about the music industry and related issues. The idea wasn't chosen by Cartoon Network for a series at all. An appointed judge threw out the lawsuit claiming that the idea that Andre 3000 and other officials with Cartoon Network of the ideas and concept which eventually became the Class of 3000 did share some similarities with the Music Factory of the 90s, but such ideas were too broad to be copyrighted or trademarked in any possible way. But the claims about Andre 3000 stealing the idea, essentially plagiarism from Mcgee, persisted shortly before, during, and after the lawsuit was dismissed in court, and the whole experience slightly tarnished Andre 3000's reputation for a few years after the lawsuit. Another theory states that the show's diverse cast of characters, being the children in Sonny Bridges' class, were not necessarily liked by viewers, and though in later years Cartoon Network would become more diverse with its cartoon characters and content presented in its cartoons, the Class of 3000 appeared just before this era of acceptance. The main example of this is viewer dislike of the premise of the relationship between Little D and Madison, as well as Tamika and Eddie. These interracial relationships throughout the airing of the show's episodes and time after internet discussion and somewhat disapproval of these relationships and the reaction of these possible interracial relationships, and the reaction somewhat translated into neutrality towards the cartoon. Whatever the reason, the show was cancelled before anything could come of it. Sometimes a character could be forgotten, and there could be reasons for that.